Hi guys, Aaron Lipring, the Green Psychic. Welcome to Sunday's Triple Deck reading. Okay, so tonight we have Sarah, Mary, and Winifred Sanderson. If you don't know the movie Hocus Pocus, there's something wrong with you. Go and watch it right this second. Okay, before we get into it, just like to thank everybody once again that has subscribed to YouTube and that's following me on TikTok. Once I get over 1,000 people on TikTok, I will be doing live readings on there. Like, I'll go live and pull cards for people. Also, I scheduled my art video for Saturday instead of Friday night. My bad. But it's up there if you guys want to give it a watch. It's just making a book cover out of polymer clay. Now, I know a couple of my clients have actually contacted me about it, ironically. But if there are any art videos that you want to see or do, or questions that you have, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll address those and see what I can come up with future projects. Okay, so I'm not going to put a time, I'm not going to state a time of when the art videos are going to go up, because I just do it in my free time, which is getting less and less when I'm so motivated. I don't want to push myself to do an art video because it takes the fun out of it, and there's enough going on. But I am putting them up there to show you guys again coping mechanisms, tools, simple artwork, simple things that you can do to take your mind off problems. That's what it's up there for. Okay, alright, so without further ado, timestamps are going to go up here with Sarah, Winifred, and then Mary. So pick your witch and let's get into it. Amok, 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 amok. You don't know, that's a quote from the movie for Sarah, if you chose Sarah, who obviously is Sarah Jessica Parker. No, I've never watched Sex and the City. I think that's a gay faux pas that I've done. I will get my license, or my gay license, revoked soon. But okay, if you chose Sarah, this is the reading for you. So, look, the first card, the overall card for your reading this week is the life lesson card, okay? The spiritual life lesson card. Now, straight off the bat, I'm like, oh shit, when I see this, it's normally, look, in the big grand scheme of things, it's a good thing, because you're learning something to make yourself more stronger, that will ultimately lead you to happiness. But when this card does come up, especially as an overall, it's kind of like, all right, you're going through a tough spot at the moment. There's a lot of shit going on. Look, I'm feeling stress. I'm feeling confusion. I'm feeling lack of energy, like you feel like you got no choices, just feeling helpless, okay? Now, the first card out is the Winter card, and it's upside down, which is a good thing. The Winter card is protection. It's putting your walls up and protecting yourself from the outside world. Right now, it's kind of like, what I say to people is, you need to be vigilant in everything that you do. Have your eyes open and look out for red flags. But you don't need to, you don't have to, and you shouldn't walk around 24/7 with your shields up all the time, because that is very, very draining. Okay, first off, that's the main point. It's very draining. It drains you of your energy. So sometimes you drain your own energy by worrying too much, stressing too much, being anxious by things, and having those walls up. No, I don't want to go out there because, you know, this is what I'm saying. You drain your own energy. So you need to work on lowering those shields and only having them up when there's a need to. Okay? The second thing with having those walls up all the time, 24/7, is even if you're walking around with a smile and you're bright and bubbly, you send out this energy that is pushing people away. So, yeah, you do get that strength and that confidence, and that's great, but you're not just pushing the bad people away, you're actually pushing the good people away. And people are like, for whatever reason, you just end up rubbing them the wrong way. So it actually becomes a bad thing. This can actually become a toxic thing, where people are like, well, I don't want to talk to you because you're sending out this energy. So, like, a lot of people I can feel is like, that'd be perfect. But no, because when you feel better, then you turn around and go, well, where is everybody? Why doesn't anybody want to talk to me? And it's because you've got your walls up for so long and you've been pushing people away. From an energy point of view, it might not even have anything to do with the words or actions, just from the energy, okay? So, need to work on that. Now, I've got the springtime card here, which is also upside down. So this is like work needs to be done, okay? look, everything that I just said, you need to work on that. And it's not a matter of just bang, okay, well, I'm just gonna, no, like anything else, learning to drop your shields a little bit, be a bit more vulnerable, which is a scary thought, and we've been hurt so much, but you can't protect yourself forever. You can't protect anybody forever. You know, you could get hit by an asteroid tomorrow and die. And then what's the point of living if you miss out on all these opportunities because you keep pushing them away? Okay, so there is work to be done. I do feel like that you need to work out right now I feel like you need to work out what is going to bring you happiness, what in your current life is not bringing you happiness that you need to escape, that you need to get rid of. Okay, so sometimes it could be like work is such a pain in the ass and it's draining me and I don't want to do it, and so you come home and then you start fighting with your wife or your husband, and it's like, oh, now I'm having problems at home. Like, one thing bleeds into another. And sometimes we look around and like everything's a mess, but we can sometimes trace it back to one or two big problems that we need to change. So if the source of all your problems is like work, then change jobs. Okay, there's a ton of excuses to stop us from changing jobs, but at the end of the day, if you want happiness, if you want peace, then you need to do it. Not just for yourself, but the people around you as well, including the people that you work with. So there is work to be done. That you need to look at what you need to get rid of out of your life and what you need to focus on and bring more happiness in. Okay, I've got overseas travel here. So yes, that will apply to some people. I think there's plans being formulated at the moment for overseas travel at a later date, holidays or going to see somebody or something. That's great, but this is also movement, okay? And because it's overseas, it's like a lot of movement. So yes, this can actually be you physically moving home, so that's not what I'm talking about. This movement, I feel like, is getting past these problems that we've just been talking about. The current situation that you're in, where you're stressed and depleted of energy, and I feel that you are going to get past that. You are going to start feeling better. You're going to make your way through it, as long as you listen, like take the advice of the universe and, you know, get rid of those things, realize where you need to have your walls up and realize where you don't, and fix any problems. You may have stepped over the line, you may have said something, you may have been a bit short with people. That's totally normal because you're going through all of this, but now that you're aware, it's time to make amends, because that'll make you feel better, it'll make other people feel better, it will change energy, it will be a really good thing. Okay, the next card is the surprise and celebration card. So look, I do feel like that there is going to be a nice surprise coming, something that you're not expecting. It's going to be something little, like this person that you think really hates you, you're going to talk to somebody else and they're going to say, oh look, they just put you up for a promotion because they really like you, and you're going to go, huh, really? Oh, well, that's nice. A nice little surprise. Okay, the celebration card is here as well. So there are, for some reason, there's a lot of birthdays and stuff going around. It might just be me, but there's a lot going on right now. But we are coming up to end of year. So like every country, every culture has a whole bunch of different celebrations on at this time of the year. Obviously, I'm going to focus on Christmas. Christmas is coming. So this is kind of a reminder to you, not the stress of Christmas and buying presents and all that, but there's a time of joy coming, a time of celebration, holiday, like rest and relaxation. Christmas, if you get past the buying the presents and all that stress, Christmas can be a really great time. Like the Christmas carols and all the lights and the smell of a fresh pine tree. Sorry, I digress. Big fan of Christmas, obviously, even though I'm a witch. So yes, look, it is a great time, going to church and the hymns even. Like, there's a lot in Christmas, a lot of celebrations. Everybody has their own little traditions that happen at Christmas. My mum, when she's doing Christmas, she messages me as soon as she gets the cherries and the cashew nuts, because those are two things that are big, like munchie wise for us for Christmas. You know it's Christmas when we've got cherries and cashew nuts. And then she spends all day baking roast pork, and the whole house smells of crackling, and oh, can it be Christmas now? So yeah, that is coming. Look, I've got deja vu. Look, I got deja vu. Look, the children card is sorry, that was lame. I've got the children card here. So this is issues around children. This might be where you're worried about them, you're wanting them to be happy. Look, if you've got adult children especially, then at some time, look, I'm not a parent, so I've got a fur baby. I know it's not the same thing, especially because she's never going to grow up to be an adult that can think for herself. But there is, at some point, you need to step back and let them live their own lives. If you keep babying and mothering them, then they're never going to grow up to be able to look after themselves. And as is the circle of life, when we pass, if we haven't set our children up to look after themselves, when we pass, they're going to be helpless and miserable and sad, and it's all things bad. So sometimes it's hard, but you've got to think of it that way. Okay, now I do feel like that there's nothing there to worry about the children. It's just the same as you, general stress, general wear and tear. Okay, last card is the travel card. Now again, this is movement, so I do feel like short trips are around. They might be offered, you might be invited. I say go for it. Even if you're not feeling it, go for it, because sometimes you need to break out of your current situation to get clarity. Sometimes it's think outside the box, get out of the box, and then see things from a different perspective. Okay, but this is movement again away from these problems. So if these are, I feel like that the problems that you're going through right now are really heartbreaking, like they're really in your heart rather than your head and everything else. There is movement, there is solace, there is change, there is good things coming for you to fix that. Okay, all right, well guys, I really hope that helped. If you want a full reading, you can email me at thegreenspsychic@gmail.com. Please follow on TikTok, subscribe to YouTube, and I will be back on Wednesday for Hump Day Helper. Hope that helped, guys. Bye. Hello, Salem. My name's Winifred. What's yours? Favorite part in the whole movie. I love when she says that. Okay, so if you chose Winifred, which obviously is the great Bette Midler, this is your reading. Okay. The overall card for you this week is the younger man card upside down. So this is saying don't just go with the flow this week. You need to actually take control. You need to take life by the wheel, and don't just sit back, slouch, and go with the flow, because you can't afford to. And I don't know what that means, but I'm telling you right now, you can't afford to. That will relate differently to a lot of other people. But there is not a danger, but there is a worry there that you need to be on point this week. Okay? Bloody hell. Sorry, I just looked at the spread. Sorry, guys, but you know, not every week is going to be a picnic. I've got the elderly, the retirement card here, and it's upside down. To me, straight away, I felt like something was coming to an end. Something that you're not expecting, or were expecting it to last a little bit longer. Something's coming to an end. Whether that be a relationship, a job, where you live, whatever, but there is an ending. Look, I'm not ruling out that somebody might pass. But when I say that, it's not going to come as a shock or a surprise. This person's either very old or very sick, or you know that it's coming, but it might just be coming a little bit sooner than you expect. Really sorry. I've got the older man card here, also upside down. So this is somebody that's hit rock bottom and has pulled themselves out and can move forward. This upside down is like you're still fighting to get out of this current situation, kind of like you're in a hole. Okay, now I do feel that the energy is that you are trying to climb out, but it's like every time you climb, more dirt falls on your face. Another situation happens, something happens, and you know, I can feel dirt under my nails from that. All you can do is keep climbing, because like Winston Churchill said, when you're going through hell, all you can do is keep going. So like if you want to get out of the hole that you're in, you can't stop, especially right now. You need to keep going. The next card over is separation. So there is again something ending, something being separated, coming to an end. This again could be a relationship, it could be work, it could be you know, you get kicked out of your house because you broke the lease, you've broken a contract, and now the contract's, you know, like it's separation. Now, look, I'm not saying I'm not getting into whose fault it is, because with this card, I'm picking up that it's going to be some of the people watching that are going to go through this separation might be your fault. For other people, it's going to be the other person's fault, or the other place's fault or whatever. So I'm not going to get into whose fault it is, because this is general, but there is separation coming. So you need to prepare for that, and that could be why this is very much keep digging yourself out of that hole and stay vigilant and stay focused this week, because you know, a lot of crap could be coming your way. And look, this isn't just the week ahead, it's what's in your quick future. So it could be over the next couple of weeks, but you need to keep focused and you need to keep moving forward. If something does fall away where your partner breaks up with you, okay, that's going to hurt, that's going to fuck you, mess you up, but you need to keep focusing and moving forward, because that might not be the only thing. There might be more going on. So I'm going to leave that one there and move on. The next card is the surrender card. Okay, so this is surrender isn't giving up in the terms of this card. So sometimes, like, I surrender, I give up, I'm going to lay down in this hole and let the dirt cover me, and that's where I'm going to lie. That's not what this card is saying. Surrender to the fact that no matter that, there are some things that you just can't change. If somebody wants to break up with you because they suddenly change their sexuality and want to go out with somebody of the same sex, or the different, whatever, you're not necessarily going to be able to change something like that. If somebody breaks up with you because they decide they want to move to the other side of the planet and change careers and change your lifestyle, there's some things that you're just going to have to surrender and go, there's nothing I can do. Okay? So there are situations around you that are outside of your control. So you've got to realize that there's some things that you can control and there's other things in life that you can't control. Like, we can't control the price of petrol right now. So, as an example. So there are going to be things that, like, well, the petrol price is going up. There's nothing I can do about it. I need to go and fill my car up. So that is surrendering to the fact that the fuel prices have gone up, but you're still going to go and fill your car because you have to. It's a catch-22. Rather than, I surrender, I give up, I'm going to lay down in this hole, I'm never going to fill my car up again, and I'm going to lose my, you know, there's two different forms of surrender and giving up. There's two different things. So surrender in this term is kind of, it comes with acceptance, accepting what you cannot change, and then moving forward in life. The next card is transformation. So there is change coming for you in your life. Now, look, I will be honest, it may not be the best change, because there's a lot of separation, there's a lot of ending here. So this is, well, if you've been with somebody for a very long time, I'm really sorry, guys. This is not the best spread. But if you've been with somebody for a long time and they suddenly leave your life, then your whole world transforms. Like, that's how it feels. Same as if you've been going to the same job for 40 years and you're no longer going to that job. There is a change there. There is transformation, because your whole life changes. You stop going to that job. So there is transformation coming for you. Look, I've got the health card here, and it is upside down. Now, the health card itself doesn't actually have an upside down. It doesn't normally mean that, oh, there's sickness coming. I honestly feel like that this is talking about mental health this week. Mental health is going to be important. Look, I feel like you guys are going to have two choices with this crappy hand that you've been dealt. And I'm not talking about the spread. I'm talking about what's happening around you. You got two choices. You can either go, poor me, life sucks, everyth's so hard, and lay down in your bed and, you know, go to spiral and just let it get worse and everything falls down around you. Or you can turn around and go, this all sucks, but the only thing I can do is pick myself up and keep going, otherwise the walls will fall down. Look, I do feel like that, like I said, lots of separation change coming for you guys, but I do feel like that if you keep focused, you can make it through this and make your life better. If you stop, if you stand still, and if you wallow and poor me and go through all of that, which is now is not the time, and you know it, then other things are going to come to an end, and it really is going to be like the walls fall down around you. Now, obviously, if this is something serious, you can reach out to Beyond Blue or Lifeline. There's always somebody willing to help you when you need it, okay? Alright, well, I'm going to leave that one there. If you do want a full reading, you can contact me at thegreenspsychic@gmail.com. You can follow me on TikTok, subscribe to YouTube, and also contact me on Facebook. I hope that helped, guys. I'm really sorry that it was a bad one, especially because it was Winifred. But I will be back on Wednesday, hopefully with some better news. We fly! We fly! On what? On what we fly? If you don't know that, that's one of my favorite quotes from Mary when they're missing their brooms. What are we going to fly on? On what we fly? One of the funniest things in that whole movie. Okay, so if you chose Mary, this is your reading. Okay, this is actually alright. The overall card here is conflict. The conflict is upside down. So this is the end of conflict. This is avoiding conflict. This is winning the battle. This is accepting what has happened. This is finally it's over and done with. I can move forward. So I really hope that if that hasn't already happened, it's about to happen, the end of the conflict. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if there is no real conflict in your life, then it would be internal, something that you've been struggling with and fighting your mind and your heart about. But I do feel like that this is a struggle outwardly with other people coming to an end. Okay, so the first card out for you guys is the illusion card. So straight away I'm going to say if that resonated with you with the conflict coming to an end, it may actually look to you that the conflict isn't coming to an end, like it's going to go on and this is a mess and oh my gosh, the ramifications from all that. No, that's what this illusion card is. It's saying it's an illusion. It looks one way, but it's actually another, and the actual another is that this is coming to an end. Okay, look, if there's anybody in your life that you're a bit wary about, but it looks like everything's fine, that could relate to it as well, but that's a very big stretch. Okay, so I would just leave that. The next card over is the blessing card. Hello, baby. The blessing card is the very best card you can get in my deck of cards. Now it's upside down. So what I've learned, because my cards grow and change their meanings, and that's what they're supposed to do. The blessing card upside down does not have a negative. It doesn't mean, okay, you're cursed or whatever. The blessing card upside down to me means that the blessing is there and like it's coming. It's very, very close. That's what I'm starting to get from this. So I feel like the end of conflict, you know, everything looks like shit. It's actually not going to end up like shit. There is a blessing for you. The next card over is actually a baby card, which took the words out of my mouth. The blessing card, it's a new beginning, a new start, a new opportunity. It could be end of a bad relationship into a good relationship, end of a crap job into a good job. But there is the baby card is also here. It's a blessing. It's meant to be. It's like you've worked your ass off. You've made the hard choices of getting away from something where this conflict is involved. So it could be like, sorry, puppy alarm. It could be that there's so much going on that you're getting away from a bad relationship or a bad job and going to end up in a new one. So that's really good. Now, the next card over is actually the succubus card. So that is the card that represents a situation or a person that, or even yourself, that sucks the energy out of you, where it's like, oh, wait, stop it. Oh, I've got to go to work and I don't want to. That sort of energy. Or, oh, somebody's coming for dinner and they just blah, 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 and I don't want to. It's that sort of energy where, you know, our energy gets sucked out of us. That is coming to an end, which is a really good thing. So I can't yell at that one. That's the deaf dog. So yeah, that's coming to an end, which is really good, because again, getting rid of that conflict, making these changes, starting a new beginning, you are going to be getting rid of all of this, and it's going to be something, it's going to be good for you. Now the next card over is the marriage card. So look, if you're getting away from the wrong person, you happen to meet a new person, quite possibly the one you're going to end up with. This is also very, very positive. Your reading this week, guys, is there's struggle, there's conflict around something, and you're getting away from that. You're gonna, like, it's coming to an end. It might not feel like it. It might be like, oh, I want to leave my job and start a new one, but there's no jobs out there, and then a job will pop up because, again, illusion, looks like there's no jobs, but one will pop up. So it is about getting away from a bad situation. There's a baby, a brand new start. The succubus upside down, no more energy sucking. So you're going to have energy. You're going to have happiness. It's going to be peaceful. The marriage card. If this is a job, this is the job that you're going to be. It's going to be the perfect job for you. Don't forget, you've got the blessing card, the best card you can get, where the universe is taking note and helping you out this week. As long as you can do the hard work and keep moving forward, the universe will help you. As long as you're helping yourself, it's 50-50, like I always say. The universe will help you if you're helping yourself. So this marriage card, this is all about great new partnerships and connections. Could be relationship, friendship, work, whatever it is, this change that's coming for you, it's going to be a good one, okay? Now, the last card here is the work card. So I do feel like that this is kind of, the work card doesn't always mean employment, but I do feel like in this week it is kind of overshadowing what we're talking about. But like, if you're leaving your job, it could be the best thing for you, and you start a new one. But yes, this work card is talking about employment, but it's also talking about there is work to be done. So, like, again, getting through this conflict, making these the choices to make these changes and start something new. That's not easy. That's not easy. But right now, I don't feel like you're even thinking about that. It's kind of like, okay, look, I don't want to, but I have to. This is the work card. Yeah, you do need to do that work. But once you get through that conflict and get rid of that and make those changes to not do this anymore, you're going to start over here and it's going to be the best thing for you. Okay? So this work card, it also has the rainbow at the bottom, which is happiness. It's joy. It's, you're going to really enjoy. It's kind of like, ugh, I need to go for a walk to the shops to pick up bread. I don't want to walk. But then you start walking and you see people and it's a bright and beautiful day. By the time you get to the shops, you've enjoyed the walk. And by the time you get home, you're like, oh, that was nice. I should do that more often. It's that sort of thing. There is work to be done. But the more you do it, things are going to clear up for the better and you're going to enjoy that work. Okay? Look, guys, I really hope that helped. If you do want a full reading, you can contact me at thegreenspsychic@gmail.com. You can follow me on TikTok, subscribe to YouTube, and I'm available on Facebook if you need me. I will see you on Wednesday for Happy Hump Day. Peace out.